Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Obiareri. Sincerely, until we develop the political will to slay insecurity and tackle corruption headlong, every other thing we are doing to fix Nigeria amounts to nothing but political GHAGHAGHANESS. What we lack in Nigeria today is the political will by the leaders of Nigeria, the rulers of Nigeria, to slay insecurity and to tackle corruption headlong. And the truth is, the only way out for this country is for us to work so hard to elect, to appoint men and women into positions of authority and power. Men with the sincerity, men with compassion, men with empathy, men with competence, men with skills, men with knowledge, men with that patriotic zeal and passionate creativity to tackle insecurity headlong and to fight corruption without fear, let on hindrance. I listened to the Zamfara State Governor on Channels TV yesterday and I wept. I wept so sorely. The man was very emphatic, very educated, very enlightened. Zamfara State is the headquarters of banditry, insurgency, and kidnapping in the Northwest. Remember, before 2015, the Northwest and the Southeast of Nigeria were the safest and the most secure region. Buhari happened to Nigeria. $28 billion wasted. Today, every part of Nigeria is insecure. I listened to the guy, and the guy was very emphatic. The same thing in the Southeast. The guy said insecurity in the Northwest, Zamfara is the headquarters. It is from Zamfara that every other insecurity in the Northwest takes off. It's something in the Southeast. Imo State is the center and epicenter of insecurity in the Southeast. It is from Imo State that Anambra is attacked, Abia is attacked, every other part of the Southeast. And we have governors. This guy stated it was very clear that the bandits, they know where they live. They practically live it across the whole 14 local government areas in Zamfara State. The authorities know where they live. They negotiate with them. And the guy said, if we had political will, in 2 weeks, those bandits will be flushed out. What are you negotiating with criminals? Negotiating with them, giving them money, is only empowering them to go and buy more guns, to kill their own people. Zamfara is homogeneous. It's a very homogeneous state. The Northwest is mostly homogeneous. The same thing with the Southeast. And that simply means that to tackle insecurity in those places, we must have to restructure the whole security architecture of Nigeria to allow the indigenous people take absolute control of their own security. The governor was very emphatic. DSS does not report to him. Police does not report to him. Army does not report to him. They don't even answer to him. And the guy was very, and that comes to the issue of restructuring the security architecture of Nigeria. We've come up with suggestions on how these things will happen. Zamfara has 14 local government areas. Now imagine, the guy already has his own indigenous security outfit, but they are not properly equipped like the army. They don't have the capacity. Now, close your eyes and imagine if out of the 14 local government areas, this governor is empowered or he has his own security arrangements populated by indigenous of those local government areas. Let us even not make it unwieldy. In every local government area, at least you have at least 500 to 600 indigenous people from that local government, from those local government areas. Young men who are desirous of protecting their fathers, their mothers, their sisters, their brothers from bandits, from cattle rustlers, from kidnappers. Imagine if they have 600. This man governor is empowered. They select 600 people from every local government area of the 14 local government areas in Zamfara State, and you train them and equip them with AK-47, AK-49 like the bandits. You equip them, and in every local government area, you hand over 3 to 4 armored personnel carriers and 3 to 4 machine gun mounted trucks and give them drone, and their job is each of them will protect their own local government area. Tell me how in 2-3 weeks, even in 1 month, these guys will not flush out the criminals tormenting their communities. Of course, those who control the current security architecture of Nigeria see this criminality as big business. And quite unfortunately, and just like you mentioned, the president may not even be properly briefed. So since the president is far away, the governor is the chief security officer of the state. Why not us allow, even if you are afraid the governor will hijack those security people to do whatever it is, why can't we put a framework in place to shield it from the control of the governor, but allow the indigenous people to have equal opportunity to protect themselves, since the current security architecture in Nigeria is not working? The same thing in the southeast. The southeast is homogeneous. Very few ruffians in the southeast. I can bet a finger there are less than 2,000 criminals disturbing the people of the southeast. In Imo State, where I come from, we have 305 electoral ward. Close your eyes and imagine where in every electoral ward in Imo State we select, even if it is just 50 youths from every ward. Train them. Let the community select. They know the good, the bad, ugly. Equip them appropriately with the same measure of weaponry. Give them 1 or 2 armored personnel carrier in every local government area. They will go to the bush. They know the camps of the criminals. The same thing in Zamfara. There is no state where the indigenous people know the terrain more than foreigners brought in under the central quasi-unitary system of government that run in Nigeria. There is no community, there is no local government area, there are no indigenous people that will be happy to see their wives being raped, their children being kidnapped, their land being desecrated by bandits, by criminals, by satanists. But they are helpless. The only thing that deters criminal terror is lawful terror. Today, why no criminal will go to China and be doing all manner of nonsense that you know? Because if you do it, you're gone. The Chinese government will crush you in total. On the issue of corruption, we are playing games. Here in this same country, a former governor transferred $836,000, allegedly transferred it to pay school fees for his children. The school acknowledged it and returned almost 90% of that money to EFCC with a letter of apology. This is a crystal clear evidence that the governor stole. And it even alleged that he took 82 billion. He has no immunity. Till today, Yaya Bello is still walking free. EFCC has been chasing him. And he's being protected by the same system. And we say we are fighting. How can we build a country like this? The other day, I read the presentation of one of the zonal directors of EFCC, one EFA, and the guy was full. You could see frustration. These guys want to do their job. These guys, but they are practically handicapped. You cannot say you have EFCC that will fight corruption, then you tie their hands. The school acknowledged. This former governor dipped his hand into the school treasury and paid school fees, $836,000, almost more than $1 billion school fees for his children from state treasury. The school had done the money. So what other evidence? Anyway, I don't blame you. I don't blame them. After all, who is the national party chairman of the ruling party? Somebody that was caught on camera stuffing dollars into his agbada. So you can see it's a very funny country. Changing national anthem, whatever, all this political gymnastic and we are doing cannot fix Nigeria. The only thing that will fix Nigeria is for us to develop the political will. The governor of Zamfara State knows. Such, and all of us know. Sani Abacha, late Sani Abacha, former head of state, said clearly, if insurgency and banditry extend more than 48 hours, those in government are complicit. Governor of Zamfara State just confirmed it. They know the bandits, they know where they live, they know their camps. But these people are being shielded and protected by the same establishment that is supposed to protect the people. We know the former governor who took money from state treasury. The evidence are there. The school has returned the money. EFCC have gone to court. Today, the man is above the law. The government of the day, we have a commander-in-chief who can easily issue order, say DSS, yes, to work together, wherever he is, bring him to court. But we are playing, we are pussyfooting. May God have mercy on us. See this country. Until we decide collectively to slay insecurity, which we can easily slay and destroy in 6 months, we can slay corruption. But as long as we refuse to do it, God have mercy.